name is Krista. Today we are going to be solo sailing my Hunter 310 all the way to Newport Beach. We're gonna anchor there overnight and then tomorrow we're gonna sail all the way back. It's only 9 a.m. right now and it's 82 degrees outside. I'm already sweating. So the first thing I have to do is get the boat ready to go, take the lines off the dock, back it out, all of the things. All of this is gonna be solo. Let's do it.
Are you ready for your puppy vest? Are we going sailing? Yes, we are. Kiki, you ready for your puppy vest? All right, let's get it on. Are we going?
It's a holiday weekend and it is so busy here. The anchorage is completely full. There's a million paddleboarders and kayakers. I just put it on autopilot. We are in the straightaway. I'm going to put the buoys up and we're gonna let the dinghy out. Right now it is right behind the boat, that way we can get out of the slip, but we're actually gonna tow it on a bridle much farther behind the boat. Now it's towing nice and evenly behind us and it's connected to each side of my boat. I'm gonna put up the buoys really quick and I'm gonna take the mainsail cover off. We got the mainsail cover off, we got the halyard on the mainsail. Now I gotta go take the sail ties off real quick, then once we get out of the harbor mouth, we're gonna turn into the wind and hoist the sail up. Okay, so we are into the wind, which is in the complete opposite direction of where we need to go. But I'm gonna hoist the mainsail real quick and then get us turned around in the right direction, because we need to go that way. All right, here we go. And it's already stuck. What? Alright, take two. Here we go. Come on, release, Jack. Gotta let it down a little bit. Okay, that's all I can do by hand. I'm gonna wrap it and crank it up. And then baby up. There we go, we're going, woohoo! We got wind today too. Okay. Woohoo! She's up. Got the main up, baby! We're heading in the complete opposite way that we need to go right now. We literally need to go that way. Okay, so I got my mainsail up. We are going to get the boat turned around, headed that way to Newport. Let's go. Okay, so the wind is coming from behind us. So what I'm gonna do is let the mainsail go all the way out to the side on that side. That way it's getting more surface area to the wind because the wind is coming from almost directly behind us. So right now we have a pretty good sail, but we could get a lot more speed out of it. So I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna cut the engine. It's getting a lot more wind. We're gonna pull out the jib and cut the engine and see what kind of speed we're getting. Yeah, we don't have a lot of wind. I tried to time it today where we had more wind, but unfortunately We don't have a lot, but that's okay. We're gonna make it there one way or another. It just might take a little longer than I expected. The jib is kind of flopping all over the place. The mainsail is fine. We're probably gonna leave the mainsail up, but we might pull in the jib until the wind picks up again. Darn, we had some pretty good wind a minute ago, but we might have to motor sail to Newport if we want to get there. I don't want to though. I need the wind. I tried to time this where we got wind today. There's a superstition and it says if you whistle, it'll bring on wind. Come on, bring on the wind. Whoa. A little bit of a wake. I'm not gonna motor just yet. First, I'm gonna take some time to clean up the cockpit area. It's messy with all of the lines and everything that we just did to get the boat set up and going. Then we will decide if we're going to start up the engine or if we're gonna take a little bit longer to get to our destination by going out a little bit farther and then back into Newport, because we'll catch a lot better wind that way. Or who knows, maybe we'll just go to Catalina instead, because that's the way the wind is taking us. You can tell we're not going very fast. If we had some more speed, our line would completely stay out of the water for our dinghy. So we're gonna leave the mainsail up. We're gonna put the jib away. I don't love using the engine if I don't have to. We are back to motor sailing. So our engine is running. And we have our mainsail up. So unless the wind picks up again, we're motor sailing the entire way there. That's okay, we are on our way and we're gonna get there today. We are on autopilot. We are heading in the right direction of Newport. I'm just gonna chill for a little bit and you guys can be on watch for me. So you make sure we don't hit anything. I'm just gonna sit here and take a nap. I'm just kidding, I'm gonna stay on watch. I'm sitting here in the shade because like I said, it is so hot today. I think it's about 87 degrees right now and it's supposed to get up to 93 in the next hour. It was really nice when there was wind a little bit ago. Oh, let me show you guys something that I did. So on this boat, there's a little area between where you sit to drive the boat and the back swim step that is open. And I always have this fear of the puppies for some reason just sliding out under it, so I installed netting right there. Let me show you guys. There's Kiki sleeping in the bed, and then there's the netting you can see right there. So that's the netting I installed. I also installed netting on this side of the boat. I haven't quite got to doing that side yet, but I'm gonna do it eventually. That way this boat is a lot safer because in a couple weeks we are going all the way to Catalina on this boat and I'm so excited. And I don't want the pups to be in any danger, so that's what's going on with the netting. I have a hand line with a lure on it. I think we're gonna put it out and see if we catch any fish. This is it. So like I said, this is my hand line. You can see this giant hook right here, and it's attached to this green line, which I think is, it's a really strong pound test. I forget what pound test it is. And then it's just attached to a cord. And what I do is I let it all the way out and I tie it off to a cleat. And then if I catch a fish, I wrap it around the winch and I winch the fish in. And yeah, it's a whole thing. So hopefully we'll catch a fish today. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna toss this lure in. You can see the hook. I'm gonna toss this in the water. It's gonna go through this hole right here. That way I can connect it to this cleat right here. So then I'm gonna let it out by letting this twist. You can see it's starting to go out. We gotta get it out past my dinghy though. Also what I do is I tie this loop right here, and then if a fish bites it, this loop will completely untie, and that's how I know there's something on the hook. So if I check back and that loop is no longer in the line, it means we got a bite and we got dinner. Also, I see a bunch of birds diving in the water over there, which means there's a bait ball, which means there's possibly bigger fish, which means we may catch one on my hand line. Have you been having a nice boat nap? Oh, back to nap time. Sorry, I interrupted. One of the things that I'm pretty nervous for is anchoring in Newport because it is a holiday weekend and it's gonna be packed and I'm solo. So I have no one to help me if something goes wrong, and it's gonna be super packed, so I'm gonna have to find a good spot. If it's too crazy packed, I might just, I don't know, call it and get a mooring for the night, but I really, really don't wanna do that. I wanna anchor and I wanna stay on anchor overnight. So Hopefully I can do it and I can find a good spot, but to be honest, I'm pretty nervous about it. Okay, so right now the wind is coming from this direction. So what I did with the sail is I let it way out to the side. We're catching a lot more wind with it out that direction because there's a lot more surface area to the wind. So we actually have picked up our speed about a knot or two since I let it out. Also, yes, we are still motor sailing because the wind is only about 3 knots, but it's better than nothing. A change in the wind, says I. So the wind has picked up to about 6 knots, so I am going to kill the engine right now. We're just gonna sail the rest of the way. The engine is killed. What I'm gonna do is trim the mainsail a bit, that way it's a little more arched. I'm gonna pull out the jib and we're gonna sail straight into Newport like that. Woohoo! We have our jib out, we have our main out. We are sailing like completely under sail power. This could probably untwist a little more. Oh, it seems like something's stuck. Hold on. Awesome, we're going about 6 knots right now. We have the main and the jib out. We are heading right into Newport right now. We finally are getting some good wind, so I'm super stoked about that. The engine is off completely, so we are sailing. Maui has taken over the bed. Kiki, what happened? You got kicked out? What happened? So we are getting super close to the mouth of Newport Harbor. I can see it. It's kind of hard to see on this camera, but it's right about there. We are currently going, let's see how fast we're going real quick, 6.7 knots. We are full wind power, which is awesome. I'm kind of bummed because I wanted to sail like this all day long, but we did have to motor most of the way. But for the past about 20 minutes, we've been sailing. So we're gonna get as close as we can before I turn around and drop the sails. And then we have to motor in over to the anchorage spot. Before we do that, I have to pull in the dinghy and the hand line that's out. We have gotten no bites, so the knot is still on the line. And then once I do all that, we'll be able to motor in and go look at the anchorage spot. Hopefully I can anchor there. I really hope it's not too crowded, but it is one of the busiest and hottest weekends of the year, so perhaps I'm a little crazy. I don't know. If all else fails, I'll just get a mooring for the night, but I really want to anchor. It's time to bring the sails in. I'm going to pull in the jib first, and then we're going to turn and drop the main. Let's do it. I'm gonna turn us into the wind, drop the mainsail, and we are going to head in and hopefully get an anchorage. So Newport Harbor is one of the busiest harbors in the Southern California area. It's gonna be crazy trying to get over to the anchorage. So for most of it, it'll probably be on the GoPro, but I'll do my best to get some on here for you guys as well. Okay, so to the left, you can see the harbor entrance, and then to the right, there's the beach. What do you think, Kiki? We made it to Newport. What do you think, Mal? So we are officially in Newport Harbor. We're making our way over to the anchorage. It's crazy, there's a lot of boats. I'm really hoping there's a spot for me there. Luckily I'm a smaller boat, so hopefully I can fit in somewhere. It's really beautiful here. There's tons of jet skis, awesome houses, really cool docks, really cool boats. What a cool looking boat. This thing looks like it's from a completely different planet, like straight out of Star Wars or something. Transport cars from side to side. It's a tiki hut though. Newport has the funniest things. port. It is wild how many people are here. It was a little stressful to have to anchor this solo with the amount of wind and the amount of boats that are here, but it's okay, I did it. That's all part of being a boat owner. So I think I'm gonna stay on anchor watch for about the next half hour to 45 minutes before I go ashore to the dinghy dock. I need to make sure that I'm not going to swing into anybody. I might re-anchor it once some of the boats leave later on. Okay, so it's super windy, but this boat right behind me, the people haven't been on it in like over 5 hours, so I think the Harbor Patrol is about to tow it. The Harbor Patrol is for sure gonna at least board the vessel. They already put a note on it earlier saying you can't leave your boat for more than 3 hours. Okay, so I guess they didn't take the boat, but they definitely searched it. They went completely inside of it, and I think they were trying to start it, but they couldn't find the keys. So I guess if you're gonna leave your boat for more than 3 hours, make sure you take the key. So the party over there is absolutely crazy. There's not much I can do when there's this much music going on. Kiki is over in the first mate's bed. And Maui's right here. I told Kiki to come over here so I could take her vest off, but she wasn't listening, of course. So tomorrow morning, I think I'm gonna put the poles out early and try to catch some fish. I'm staying here for the night. My anchor is secure. Shout out to the people on the Meow right here. They were like, hey, we recognize you. So that was pretty cool. I'm pretty tired, I'm not gonna lie. Solo sailing is definitely tiring work. We went out of the dock ourselves, we put up the sail ourselves, we had to motor a little bit, we put the sails down ourselves, we found the anchorage spot, we anchored by ourselves, which was the most stressful part of the day by far. I think I finally settled down about it just now. I was pretty, not like shook, but just like, okay, I have to be on anchor watch for a while because there were just so many boats. But now a lot of the boats have left and I'm not as worried. So I'm definitely gonna eat dinner in just a little bit. I think I'm gonna make carnitas tacos tonight. My plan was to catch a fish and have fish tacos. I'm pretty much just going to watch a movie for the rest of the night and just relax and have dinner. And then I will see you guys in the morning. The sunset is really pretty right now. Good morning, I'm having my coffee. I tried to take the pups ashore on the dinghy to go potty, and as soon as they both got in the dinghy, they peed. So we didn't have to go ashore, and I had to clean the dinghy this morning. Did you pee in my dinghy today? Hey, you. That's a yes. That is a yes. And so did Maui, which is, she's right here. Maui, did you pee in my dinghy? Also, again, the answer is yes. It was a great night on the anchor. It was windy until about 10 p.m. The anchor worked perfectly. We didn't drag at all, so that was good. Really like my boat, which is cool. So this is the anchor app I use. You can see all of the swinging that we did last night. But we got really close to the edge right there, but we didn't go out of it. So my alarm never went off, and we were good and secure all night. My solar panel right now is getting really good sun. So I attached the clamps on the batteries. Right there you can see the little green light on. It's charging. We're gonna fish for a bit. All right, I have both of my fishing poles out and I put my shade up. So I'm out of the sun, trying to catch some fish. We got a fish. So this is what I caught. I don't really know what it is. I'm not sure. What are you? I think it's some type of stingray. Alright, let's get him off the hook and let him go. Okay, so that is called a guitar fish or a shovel nose fish. They're in the ray family, but they don't have any stingers. They can't harm you, they can't bite you. So I'm gonna get it off of the hook. Kiki wanted some snuggle time. Go back to sleep. So I've had the fishing poles out for quite a while. We still haven't caught anything. I am going to take the pups ashore to go potty, come back, get the boat ready to go, and we're gonna sail home. This is what the dinghy dock looks like here in Newport. To tighten my windlass because for a little bit there it wasn't doing exactly what I wanted it to. I just successfully got off the anchorage solo. That was my first time anchoring solo in a different harbor ever. So that was crazy. Normally I pulled into docks or reciprocal slips, but anchoring, I did it, check off my list. Solo. I feel much more confident now. I learned that I have to dip the anchor in and out of the water right at the water line to get all of the mud out, because when I would anchor back at Dana, I'd just go back to my dock and spray it off. But here I was like, well, I don't want to sail all the way back to Dana with all that mud on my anchor. And so I decided to dip it in and out, and then it got most of it off, so that worked really well. Today was super fun. I got to fish. I had a really good breakfast. I got to hang out with my pup. I honestly really enjoyed the morning. I did wake up with a little bit of a headache. I don't think I drank enough water yesterday, to be honest. So I just took the morning to chill, and I'm really excited for the sail back to Dana. It's like so relieving once you do something successfully that you plan to do. Like the sound of like solo sailing and anchoring to a different harbor is cool, but then actually doing it, there's all these stressful situations that you find yourself in. And then after you're kind of done, not that I'm done, I still have to sail back to Dana, but the amount of times I've gone in and out of my dock at Dana, I'm comfortable with it. The sense of accomplishment is super relieving, so that's really cool. I'm really stoked. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Maui is down under here. I think they're trying to race. My arms are pretty tired. We are motor sailing right now because there's not much wind, unfortunately. Hopefully the wind picks up soon. Then I will put out the jib and we'll actually be able to sail instead of motor sail. But for right now, we're gonna motor sail. Alright, we're about halfway to Dana Point right now. We are still motor sailing. We're heading right into the wind. The sail's kind of luffing a little bit even. We're probably gonna be there in about another hour. Everybody's sleeping. Normally I bring at least one friend with me and I'm like, you wanna learn how to pull up the sail? And then they do it, you know? But no, my arms are a little sore from doing it a few times, which is good. It's a beautiful day. Cruising along. see a balloon. It's off the starboard side. I'm gonna try to get it on the boat using the hook. So not a lot of people know this, but please don't release your balloons. They end up in the ocean. And then us sailors, we try to scoop them on board as we pass by them. We're gonna try to get it. We're gonna get it. Oh, is it a lobster trap? No, it's a balloon. It's a balloon. Oh. It's a balloon. We're gonna get it. Too inflated. The one balloon in the ocean. I should have jousted it. I should have jousted it to try to pop it. Instead, I thought I could scoop it. Oh man. Please don't release your balloons, guys, because they end up in the ocean. Also, I missed the balloon, so. I needed to wake up a little bit, so I decided to come to the front. You can tell how calm it is today. I haven't seen any dolphins, I haven't seen any sunfish, no whales. I've seen a lot of little birds, but I haven't seen a ton of sea life today. So that's kind of a bummer. We're just getting to Dana Point area. I can see the harbor. We're super close. We're gonna be there soon. Not a lot of sailboats have their sails up. A lot of the sailboats that are out are just motoring. Unfortunately, we never got to put the jib up today because there is just not enough wind. I think we've been about 3 knots of wind all day. My sail has been luffing most of the way. So we've been motor sailing. Sometimes that's just how it goes. We are probably 20 minutes from the harbor entrance, so I'm expecting to be back very soon. All right, we are getting very close to the harbor mouth. It's been a pretty calm day. I just came up here to put the dock lines out. That way they're ready when we get into the slip. Once we get into the harbor, I'm gonna drop the mainsail, I'm gonna pull in the dinghy, and I'm gonna put out the buoys. That way we're ready to pull into our dock. There's the harbor. Uh-oh, they flipped their jet ski. We made it back into the harbor. All right, I gotta put all the stuff away and get ready to dock. All right, we are officially back in the dock. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am exhausted and I'm sweaty. I'm either gonna go jump in the water or go take a shower because I need it. We went all the way to Newport. We solo sailed, we solo anchored, we made it back. And if you wanna do something to help me out, share this video with your friends. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.